As a retired doctor with decades of experience, I've seen it all: the highs, the lows, the miracles, and the tragedies. But there's one thing that still keeps me awake at night: the number of people unknowingly sabotaging their health every single day, simply by combining foods that should never go together, and you might be one of them. Imagine this. You start your morning with what you think is a healthy breakfast, the smoothie with chia seeds, fruits, maybe a little milk. You drink it, feeling proud of your nutritious choice. You go about your day, unaware that your healthy habit is actually setting the stage for digestive problems, uncomfortable bloating, and long-term health risks. What if I told you that your daily routine, the one you trust for nourishment, might be doing more harm than good? That the very foods you're mixing could be contributing to problems like kidney stones, slow digestion, or even nutrient deficiencies? What if I told you that some of the most common foods we consume are silently working against us? As a doctor who's spent a lifetime studying the body and its needs, I've come to understand the delicate balance required to keep our systems functioning smoothly. Chia seeds, for example, are a powerhouse of nutrients full of fiber, omega-3 fatty acids, and antioxidants. But like any good thing, if they are paired incorrectly with certain foods, they can cause more harm than help. I've seen it time and time again: patients with chronic bloating, digestive distress, and even mineral imbalances, all because they combined the wrong foods. It wasn't until I retired that I truly began to look back and see the mistakes I witnessed daily. I realized how many people were unknowingly making the wrong choices, thinking they were doing right by their bodies. I knew I had to share what I learned, because these food combinations aren't just an inconvenience, they're dangerous. So, in this video, I want to share my knowledge with you. I want to walk you through the 9 most common foods that you should never pair with chia seeds. These foods might surprise you because they're not the usual suspects you'd think of. They're foods that we eat every day, believing they're perfectly fine together, but in reality, they're wrecking your digestion and stealing your nutrients. Before we dive in, let me ask you something. Have you ever experienced sudden bloating after eating a seemingly healthy meal? Or felt tired and sluggish after a balanced snack? I'm willing to bet that many of you have. If so, you may have been unknowingly making one of these dangerous food combinations. But don't worry, you're not alone. The good news is, it's never too late to correct these habits. As someone who's spent my life helping people regain their health, I'm here to guide you through what to avoid and why. And trust me, you'll want to stick around until the end of this video because some of these combinations will shock you. What I'm about to tell you could be the key to transforming your health. Now, before we get started, I need you to do something that will help me continue bringing you these important health insights. Please, hit that subscribe button. Your support is what keeps me motivated to make more videos that could change your life, just like I've changed the lives of my patients over the years. If this information helps you, I promise there's much more to come. Now, I want to leave you with a question to think about. When it comes to food, do you believe that combining multiple healthy ingredients can sometimes be harmful? Yes, I think certain food combinations can negatively affect my health. No, I believe that if food is healthy, it should always be good together. Comment below with your answer, or B, and let's start a conversation about what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Remember, your interaction helps this channel grow and helps us continue bringing more valuable insights your way. Over my many years of experience as a doctor, I've had the privilege of guiding countless patients through the complexities of health, diet, and nutrition. But nothing ever surprised me more than realizing how simple, everyday food combinations, foods that many of us consume without a second thought, can do more harm than good, especially when paired with something as healthy as chia seeds. It's easy to believe that if a food is healthy, any combination will be good. But as I have seen time and time again in my practice, that is far from the truth. Chia seeds, as most of us know, are packed with essential nutrients. They are a rich source of fiber, omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and protein. But when you mix them with certain foods, they can turn from a health powerhouse into a source of discomfort, bloating, and even nutritional deficiencies. I've spent years researching the ways in which food affects our digestion, And the more I learned, the more I realized how many people were making simple mistakes that were wrecking their health without even knowing it. It's astonishing, but also, it's a mistake that can be easily avoided. Take, for instance, high-fiber fruits. On the surface, it may seem like a natural pairing, the fiber from chia seeds combined with fiber-rich fruits like apples, bananas, and pears. But here's where the trouble begins. Chia seeds are already loaded with fiber, and adding even more fiber from fruits to the mix can overwhelm the digestive system. Your stomach, already working overtime to process the chia seeds, now has to deal with an excess of fiber, leading to bloating, gas, and in some cases, constipation. It's a combination that slows down digestion rather than helping it. And it gets worse. Apples and pears, for example, contain polyphenols, compounds that, while good for us in moderation, can actually interfere with our body's ability to absorb essential minerals like calcium and iron when paired with chia seeds. Bananas are no better, as their high levels of resistant starch can further hinder the digestive process, leading to a slow, sluggish stomach. In my years of practice, I've seen this pattern too many times to ignore. People who combine chia with high-fiber fruits often come to me complaining of unexplained discomfort, not knowing that this very combination could be the cause. Next, let's talk about something that might seem completely innocent: milk. We all know that milk is a good source of calcium, and chia seeds themselves are rich in calcium as well. So surely, combining the two would be a nutritional powerhouse, right? Sadly, this is not the case. When chia seeds are mixed with milk, especially A1 milk, the result is a digestion disaster. Chia seeds absorb liquid and form a gel-like consistency, which can slow down digestion when combined with the proteins in milk. A1 milk, specifically, contains beta-casomorphin 7, an opioid peptide that has been linked to gut irritation and inflammation. This can make digestion even more difficult, especially for people who are sensitive to dairy. The high fiber content in chia seeds, when combined with the milk proteins, can cause cramping, bloating, and constipation. What's even worse is that chia seeds contain phytic acid, an antinutrient that binds to minerals like calcium, which can inhibit their absorption by the body. So, instead of boosting your calcium intake, this combination could actually reduce your body's ability to utilize the calcium in both the chia seeds and the milk. Over the years, I've seen many patients who thought they were doing right by having a chia and milk combination, only to end up struggling with digestive issues that they couldn't quite explain. Another combination that many people get wrong involves raw vegetables. You might think that mixing chia seeds with healthy raw vegetables would be a perfect combination. But in reality, it's one of the worst things you can do for your digestive system. Raw vegetables, particularly cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage, contain complex fibers and natural compounds that can interfere with digestion. When these vegetables are paired with chia seeds, which already expand and absorb liquid, the combination creates a mess in the stomach. Digestion slows down, and the result is bloating and discomfort. Moreover, raw vegetables contain oxalates, naturally occurring compounds that can bind to essential minerals like calcium and reduce their absorption. Since chia seeds also contain oxalates, consuming both together could increase the risk of kidney stones, especially for individuals who are already prone to kidney issues. In my practice, I've seen patients who suffer from digestive distress after consuming raw vegetables and chia together, thinking they were doing something healthy. The truth is, cooking vegetables before consuming them with chia seeds helps break down tough fibers and reduces the impact of oxalates, making digestion much easier. Caffeine, whether in coffee or tea, is another culprit that wreaks havoc when paired with chia seeds. It's hard for many people to imagine life without their morning cup of coffee, but if you're drinking it with chia seeds, you might be causing more harm than you think. The high fiber content in chia seeds slows down digestion, while caffeine speeds it up. This mismatch creates an imbalance in your digestive system that can lead to bloating, discomfort, and, in some cases, constipation. Beyond this, caffeine, along with compounds like tannins and oxalates in coffee and tea, can interfere with the absorption of essential minerals like iron, calcium, and magnesium, which chia seeds provide in abundance. I've had countless patients who came to me complaining of digestive issues after drinking coffee with chia seeds. When we broke down their diet, we discovered this common, yet harmful, pairing. To avoid this, I always recommend spacing out your intake of coffee and chia so your body can digest both properly without overloading your digestive system. High-protein foods are another no-go when combined with chia seeds. As someone who has spent many years in the medical field, I can't tell you how many times I've seen patients struggling with bloating and discomfort after eating protein-heavy meals with chia. Chia seeds already have a high fiber content, which slows down digestion. Add to that high-protein foods like meat, eggs, or whey protein, and you've got a recipe for digestive disaster. The body requires ample digestive enzymes and fluids to break down fiber and protein properly. But when you combine both in excess, it can lead to bloating, stomach discomfort, and constipation. Furthermore, the high fiber in chia seeds can slow down the digestion of proteins, making it harder for your body to break down amino acids effectively. This means that if you're eating chia with high-protein foods, you might not be getting the full nutritional benefit from either. This list goes on. Spicy foods, high-oxalate foods, carbonated drinks, and alcohol all pose their own unique set of problems when paired with chia seeds. Each of these combinations interferes with digestion, nutrient absorption, or hydration in a way that can cause long-term harm to your health. I know this information may come as a shock to some of you, but trust me when I say that understanding how and why these combinations don't work is the first step toward better health. It's easy to think that if something is healthy, it will always be good for you. But after decades of studying the human body and its responses to food, I can tell you that this is not always the case. As I wrap up, let me leave you with this: your health is in your hands. You have the power to make better choices, to avoid these common food combinations, and to give your body the best chance at thriving. It's never too late to start making smarter decisions for your health. Take it from me, a doctor who has spent a lifetime helping others find balance and healing through proper nutrition. And remember, the journey to better health begins with understanding. As a retired doctor with years of experience, I've witnessed countless cases where small, seemingly innocent food combinations led to larger health problems. One of the most surprising and concerning things I've come across in my career is the way certain foods, when combined with chia seeds, can disrupt the delicate balance of our digestive system. Chia seeds are often praised for their health benefits, and rightfully so. But when they are paired with the wrong foods, their benefits can quickly turn into health nightmares. This is the reality that many people, unaware of these combinations, are facing today. Let me begin by talking about spicy foods. I've seen it far too often. Patients who love their spicy meals, perhaps a hot curry or some sizzling Mexican food, and they think nothing of adding chia seeds to their dishes. After all, they are both healthy, right? But I have learned the hard way that this combination is a dangerous one. Chia seeds, as you know, are packed with fiber, and they expand when they absorb liquids. This slowing of digestion is at odds with the stimulating effects of spicy foods, which contain capsaicin, a compound that can irritate the gut lining and accelerate stomach acid production. The result: bloating, discomfort, and an upset stomach. This imbalance in the digestive system can lead to acid reflux, cramping, and even diarrhea, especially for those with sensitive stomachs. As a doctor, I've seen patients struggle with these symptoms, not realizing that their beloved spicy dishes and chia seeds were the culprits behind their digestive turmoil. If you enjoy spicy foods, it's best to save them for later in the day and avoid mixing them with chia seeds, allowing your stomach the time it needs to properly digest each. Then there are the high oxalate foods. This is a topic I've spent a great deal of time discussing with my patients, especially those who are prone to kidney stones. Oxalates, which are naturally occurring compounds found in certain foods like spinach, beets, and nuts, can bind with minerals in the body, particularly calcium, and form insoluble crystals. These crystals can accumulate and contribute to kidney stone formation, something I've seen far too many people struggle with. Now, chia seeds themselves contain oxalates, so when you combine them with high oxalate foods, you're essentially doubling down on your risk of kidney stones. This is particularly dangerous for individuals who are already prone to kidney problems. I've had patients who were eating a healthy diet, loading up on chia seeds and high oxalate foods, only to end up in the hospital with severe kidney issues. I can't stress enough how important it is to avoid this combination. If you love chia seeds, it's best to pair them with foods that are low in oxalates, such as dairy, or better yet, plant-based milks like almond or oat milk, to help counterbalance the oxalates in both the seeds and the food you're eating. Next, let's talk about carbonated drinks. This might seem like an innocent pairing for some, especially if you enjoy chia seeds in your smoothies or beverages. But after years of working with patients, I can tell you that this is a combination that should be avoided at all costs. Chia seeds are hydrophilic. They love water. When you consume them, they absorb liquid and expand, forming a gel-like consistency. This is all well and good, but when combined with carbonated drinks, the expansion of chia seeds in your stomach interacts with the bubbles from the soda or sparkling water, causing an uncomfortable, bloated feeling. The gas released from carbonated beverages can trap air in your stomach, exacerbating the effects of the chia seeds, which already take up space as they absorb water. I've had many patients complain of feeling uncomfortably full after mixing chia seeds with carbonated drinks, unaware that this combination is causing their discomfort. Not to mention, many sodas contain high levels of sugar, caffeine, or artificial sweeteners, which can exacerbate digestive issues. The acidity in sodas can also interfere with the absorption of minerals from chia seeds, further impacting your health. So, if you're someone who enjoys the refreshing fizz of a soda, it's best to keep it far away from your chia seeds. Water, herbal teas, or even smoothies made with real fruit are far better options. Now, let's talk about alcohol. Alcohol's something most people indulge in from time to time, and often without a second thought. I've always been a firm believer in moderation, but when it comes to combining alcohol with chia seeds, it's a mistake that I've seen far too many people make. Chia seeds absorb a lot of water and expand in the stomach, which is wonderful for digestion when consumed properly. But when you add alcohol into the mix, it can interfere with that process. Alcohol is a dehydrating substance, and when you're consuming chia seeds, it's important to ensure proper hydration so they can expand and aid in digestion. Alcohol, however, can cause dehydration, leading to bloating, constipation, and discomfort. Worse yet, both chia seeds and alcohol have mild blood-thinning properties, which can be problematic, especially for people on certain medications. In my years of practice, I've seen individuals who were struggling with bloating and digestive issues after enjoying a glass of wine with their chia-based meal or snack, unaware that the alcohol was only making the chia's effects more pronounced. If you're going to enjoy alcohol, I recommend spacing it out from your chia intake and drinking plenty of water to keep your body hydrated. These are just a few of the common food combinations that I've seen cause more harm than good. I've seen it all in my years of practice. Don't realize how something as simple as chia seeds can cause digestive havoc when paired with the wrong foods. As a retired doctor, I feel it's my duty to share what I've learned over the years, because I've seen firsthand how much these simple adjustments can improve a person's health and overall well-being. As I look back on my time as a doctor, I realize how crucial it is to be mindful of what we put into our bodies. We often think that healthy foods can be combined in any way, but the truth is that our bodies are delicate ecosystems, and the wrong combinations can create imbalances that affect our health in ways we may not even realize. By understanding how food interacts with our bodies, we can make more informed choices, avoid discomfort, and truly harness the power of the foods we eat. So, if you've been combining chia seeds with some of these foods, I urge you to reconsider. The changes may seem small, but they can have a profound impact on your digestive health and overall well-being. It's never too late to start making better food choices. After all, our health is in our hands, and it's up to us to make the right decisions for our bodies. After spending so many years in the medical field, I have come to understand the power that food can have over our bodies, not just as a source of fuel, but as a catalyst for health, healing, or, in some cases, harm. One of the greatest lessons I've learned throughout my career is the importance of balance, and this rings especially true when it comes to something as seemingly simple as chia seeds. These tiny seeds, rich in fiber, omega-3 south, and antioxidants, hold remarkable health benefits. But as I've seen in my decades of practice, even the best of foods can turn against us if not consumed properly. I've spent a lifetime advising patients on diet and lifestyle, and there's one thing I've come to realize. The right way to enjoy chia seeds doesn't just involve eating them, it involves understanding them. You see, chia seeds are not a one-size-fits-all solution, and like any food, their impact on our health depends greatly on how and when we consume them. After years of practice, I've come to recognize the delicate balance that needs to be struck to ensure that chia seeds work for us, not against us. The right way to enjoy chia seeds begins with understanding that they need to be respected, not just for their nutrients, but for their powerful effects on the body. Chia seeds, with their high fiber content, have the ability to swell and form a gel-like consistency when exposed to liquids. This can be incredibly beneficial for your digestive system when consumed correctly, as it helps regulate bowel movements, promotes feelings of fullness, and supports heart health. However, this very property of chia that is so beneficial to some can also pose a problem if not handled with care. When chia seeds absorb liquid in the stomach, they can expand significantly. Without enough water, this expansion can lead to digestive distress, bloating, or even constipation. So, the first step in properly enjoying chia seeds is ensuring that you are drinking enough water. Adequate hydration is essential when consuming chia seeds. In my years of advising patients on their health, I've seen so many who simply didn't realize how important this small but essential detail was. They would consume chia seeds in smoothies or sprinkle them over meals, thinking that as long as they were eating something healthy, they were doing right by their bodies. But too often, these same people would come back to me complaining of bloating, discomfort, or sluggish digestion. It was only then that we would realize the simple mistake. They were consuming chia seeds without enough water. The gel-like substance chia forms can be incredibly helpful, but only if there is enough liquid in your system to help it move through the digestive tract properly. But it's not just about hydration. The second key to truly enjoying chia seeds the right way is understanding how to combine them with other foods. As I've shared with you before, certain foods do not mix well with chia seeds, and this can make a significant difference in how your body processes them. You see, chia seeds have an amazing ability to absorb and hold onto nutrients, but they also absorb compounds from the foods you eat them with. This means that if you're pairing chia seeds with the wrong foods, you could be inadvertently blocking the absorption of essential vitamins and minerals. As I've witnessed throughout my career, even the healthiest of combinations can lead to problems if they are not carefully balanced. For example, when you combine chia seeds with high-fiber fruits or high-protein foods, you're asking your body to process too much at once. Chia seeds are already high in fiber, and when combined with other high-fiber foods, they can overload the digestive system. This can cause discomfort, bloating, and a feeling of fullness that is anything but pleasant. I've had many patients who, despite their best efforts to eat healthy, ended up feeling sluggish or constipated simply because they didn't understand the delicate balance of fiber they needed to maintain. This is why I always recommend starting with small amounts of chia and gradually building up your intake as your body adjusts. And, of course, always drink plenty of water when consuming chia to help it do its job effectively. It's also important to be mindful of the timing and context in which you consume chia seeds. As I've seen in my own patients, it's not just what you eat that matters, it's when and how you eat it. When you consume chia seeds on an empty stomach, for example, they may absorb too much of the stomach's natural acid, which can result in discomfort or indigestion. Similarly, consuming chia seeds right before or after eating a heavy meal can also be problematic. Your digestive system is already working hard to break down the food you've just eaten, and adding chia seeds on top of that can slow things down and cause bloating or a feeling of heaviness. The best way to consume chia seeds is in moderation, and ideally, when your stomach isn't overloaded with food. A small portion of chia in a smoothie or as part of a light meal is the best way to enjoy its health benefits without overwhelming your system. Another aspect of enjoying chia seeds the right way involves understanding the variety of forms in which they can be consumed. Chia seeds are incredibly versatile, and I've often encouraged my patients to experiment with different ways to enjoy them. For example, chia pudding is a fantastic option that allows you to soak the seeds in liquid overnight, which gives them time to expand and soften. This makes them easier on the digestive system and helps to avoid the discomfort of dry chia seeds. Chia seeds can also be added to baked goods, soups, or even sprinkled over salads for a crunchy texture, provided you're still consuming them in moderation. The key, once again, is balance, ensuring that the chia seeds are absorbed properly and that you're not overloading your digestive system with too much at once. And lastly, it's essential to remember that while chia seeds are packed with nutrients, they are not a miracle food. They are part of a healthy diet, but they should be consumed as part of a balanced lifestyle. Over the years, I've seen patients who become overly focused on a single food or nutrient, believing that it will solve all their health problems. The truth is, no food, no matter how nutritious, is a cure-all. The key to optimal health is balance, variety, and understanding how different foods work together in your body. This is the true way to enjoy chia seeds, as well as all the other healthy foods you eat. So I urge you, from the bottom of my heart, to enjoy chia seeds with intention and care. They are a powerful tool for better health, but only if you use them wisely. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water, combining them with the right foods, and consuming them at the right time. By doing so, you'll experience all the incredible benefits that chia seeds have to offer without the digestive distress or discomfort. The key to enjoying chia seeds, as with any food, is understanding how they work in your body. So, take the time to get to know your body, your digestion, and the foods that nourish you. Because, after all, the right way to enjoy chia seeds is simply the right way to enjoy life itself. Throughout my years as a doctor, I've come to realize that the smallest changes in our daily habits can have the most profound impact on our overall health. When it comes to nutrition, many people believe that simply eating what's labeled as healthy will guarantee good health. However, as I've observed and experienced, this assumption often leads to unexpected problems. It's not always about the food itself, but how we combine it, how we consume it, and what we pair it with that determines whether we're nourishing our bodies or inadvertently causing harm. One of the most significant lessons I've learned, and one I want to impart to you, is the importance of understanding the interactions between different foods. This understanding, I believe, is the key to truly optimizing our health. Chia seeds are a prime example of a food that is often misunderstood. They are packed with nutrients, fiber, omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, but when consumed improperly, they can cause digestive distress, bloating, or even nutrient deficiencies. This is something I've seen happen countless times in my medical practice. It's not enough to simply consume chia seeds or any other superfood for that matter. We must be aware of how to use them properly in conjunction with other foods, and this is where many people make mistakes. Pairing chia seeds with high-fiber fruits, dairy, raw vegetables, caffeine, or other high-protein foods without understanding the impact they have on digestion can backfire. One of the most critical aspects of health is balance not only in our diet but also in our lifestyle. Every food we consume affects our body in a unique way, and understanding this can make all the difference. For instance, as we've discussed, chia seeds need to be properly hydrated to work effectively, and pairing them with the wrong foods can lead to digestive issues. The body thrives on balance. Too much of one thing, whether it's fiber, protein, or even hydration, can disrupt its natural rhythms. When we learn to balance our food intake thoughtfully, we empower our body to do what it does best: function efficiently, absorb nutrients, and maintain vitality. The lesson here is simple. Nutrition isn't just about what you eat, but how you eat it. It's about being mindful of the foods you pair together and the way you consume them. This isn't just about chia seeds. This principle can be applied to any food in your diet. The way we combine our meals and the time we dedicate to digestion plays a significant role in our health. As a society, we've been conditioned to believe that the more we consume, the better it is for our health, but sometimes less is more. Moderation and mindfulness are the true keys to wellness. Now, how do we apply this lesson to our current lives? First and foremost, we need to be conscious of how our food choices impact our bodies. Before mixing certain foods, take a moment to think about how they might interact with each other. Are they complementary, or might they cause your body to work harder than necessary. Second, stay hydrated. I can't stress this enough. When consuming fiber-rich foods like chia, it's essential to drink enough water to help with digestion and absorption. Finally, we must be willing to embrace moderation. Overeating or combining too many nutrient-dense foods in a single meal can overwhelm the body, leading to digestive distress or nutrient imbalances. As you move forward, I encourage you to take these lessons to heart. Begin paying attention to how your meals make you feel. Do you feel energized, or do you experience discomfort? Are you bloated or sluggish after meals? These are signs that your body might not be processing your food in the best way. Start experimenting with simpler combinations, drink more water, and give your body time to digest properly. These small adjustments can make a world of difference in how you feel every day. I want to leave you with a thought. It's never too late to start making positive changes. You don't have to completely overhaul your diet in one day. Start small, becoming more mindful of your food choices and the way you pair them. Over time, these small changes will lead to a healthier, more balanced life. Remember, health is a journey, not a destination. And as we age, it's even more important to understand how to care for our bodies, to respect them, and to nourish them properly. Now, before we close, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think that the way we combine foods plays a significant role in our health? Have you ever experienced discomfort or bloating from food combinations you thought were healthy? Please share your perspective in the comments below. Let's start a conversation. Your insights could help others make more informed decisions about their diet. If you found this information helpful, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to me, especially as I continue to make these videos for all of you. I may be getting older, but my passion for sharing knowledge with others remains as strong as ever. If you feel that these videos are valuable, I would deeply appreciate your support, whether through a small donation or simply by sharing this content with those who might benefit from it. Your contributions help me keep making these videos, and I'm incredibly grateful for any help you can provide. Together, let's continue to learn, grow, and nourish ourselves for a better tomorrow. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you in the comments.